Hi, in this video, I'll be demonstrating policy governance using CloudAz. Create access control policies to manage users' access to components, policies, and other objects. Multiple teams responsible for multiple different applications will only be able to manage policies within their own folder, enforcing user permission down to individual account level. Hypothetically, an aircraft manufacturer aimed to implement policy segregation to ensure that different teams within the organization can manage and access policies only relevant to their specific areas of responsibility. Here are some of the key teams I'll be using as examples in this video. In my system administration, go to Users under Application Users. Click on Add User. For this video, I'll be creating 4 different users with different access and different teams. 3 of them will be general users and 1 of them will be an administrator. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll be using internal users. Alternatively, and most commonly, we'll be adding external users. Let's create my first user, Aaron Yeager. Once the username has been set, it cannot be modified. The user attributes are the additional attributes that can be referenced in the delegation policies. The basic information, like username we just put down, are also attributes of this user. Let's add an additional user attribute for Aaron Yeager called Department, Aerospace Engineering. Click on Save. And we have just created our user. Go to Access Control Policies under Application Users. Click on top right, Create Access Control Policy. Let's create a policy to allow all users from the Aerospace Engineering Department to view policies under the Aerospace Engineering folder, and including subfolders. Let's put down our Access Control Policy name. Allow aerospace personnel to view all aerospace engineering policies and component folders and its subfolders. In my conditions, click on Add Condition. Select the attribute. Department is Aerospace Engineering. Go to Permissions. On Policy Studio, we're going to select View, only for tags of Aerospace Engineering for the component types. For the components, also View, only in the folders and including the subfolders of Aerospace Engineering. View. Once the username has been set, it cannot be modified. For the policies, also views, and only in the Aerospace Engineering and including all the subfolders. By clicking on including all the subfolders, it automatically includes all the folders within this parent folder. View, subfolders. Click on Save. We have successfully deployed our first access control policy to our CloudAz. All users with attribute department equal to Aerospace Engineering will now have access to view policies and components under the Aerospace Engineering folder or tag with Aerospace Engineering tag. This includes the user Aaron Yeager we just created. Also from the Aerospace Engineering department. Different from Aaron, Sarah have the access to update and delete everything within the Aerospace Engineering folder, but not the Aerospace Engineering folder itself. In my access control policies, I've already created a policy for Sarah Lee. We're grabbing the username Sarah Lee, and in my permissions, I've given Sarah Lee the permission to edit and delete Aerospace Engineering component types, to view Aerospace Engineering component folders. For the permissions on the components, I've given Sarah Lee to view, edit, delete, and deploy everything under the Aerospace Engineering folder. For the permissions on the policy folders, Ellen gave the view permission to Sarah Lee under everything from Aerospace Engineering folder. For the permissions on the policies, I give Sarah Lee the permission to view, edit, delete, and deploy everything under the Aerospace Engineering folder. For my third access control policy, I've created another user similar to Sarah Lee called Michael Dean, with the username equal to Michael Dean. In this access control policy, I am grabbing the username Michael Dean and giving Michael the following permissions. For component types, I am giving Michael the permission to view, edit, and delete everything with a manufacturing tag. For the permission on the component folders, I am giving Michael the permission to view, rename, and move to everything under the manufacturing folder. For the permission on the components, I am giving Michael Dean the permission to view, edit, move, delete, and deploy everything under the manufacturing folder. For the permission on the policy folders, I am giving Michael Dean the permission to view, create folders or subfolders, rename, move everything under the manufacturing folder. For the permission on the policy themselves, I'm giving Michael Dean the permission to view, edit, move, delete, deploy, and migrate everything under the manufacturing folder. For my last user, I want to create a new administrator. In my user section, I've added a new user called Urban Smith with the ID Urban Smith. In the category, instead of selecting the general user, I will choose administrator. By selecting this option, this account Urban Smith is automatically given all permissions on this CloudAz. Therefore, we do not need to create a new access control policy for Urban Smith. Click on Save. If you're interested to see how the access control policies different users' views on CloudAz, please refer to our policy segregation video. It is a continuation of our policy governance series. With this, we conclude our video on NextLabs CloudAz Policy Governance. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the NextLab channel